Hey guys, welcome to a continuation of a deep playthrough that I earlier started, Gran Turismo Sport, but the first 7 parts I recorded on my old PC via this very shabby workaround, like capturing the PS4's footage on my desktop. I had it displayed on the PC via Sony Remote Play, and I captured my desktop with NVIDIA Shadow Play, resulting in quite poor image quality. And now that I finally have my new PC built with the 280 Ti 9900K and the Evermedia Live Gamer 4K capture card, I can finally record Gran Turismo Sport in all its glory, meaning 4K, HDR and 60 FPS. And especially the HDR component makes a world of difference, considering that Polyphony Digital really implemented it very well in this game. It makes a world of difference. And I have always thoroughly enjoyed the Gran Turismo series. I was a bit bummed out with the route they took. 1 second, I'm putting the timer, because I must not make the files too big, because YouTube has a problem with big 4K 60 frames per second files. Anyways, I was a bit disappointed with the route they took with Gran Turismo Sport, it almost being like an episodic installment with regular DLC updates. And more of a focus on online instead of the single player campaign. And to me, the real Gran Turismo, maybe it's because I'm a bit older, but is the single player campaign. Grinding through the events and the races, unlocking cool cars, unlocking cool upgrades, the cool cozy music in the background. That's what Gran Turismo really is for me. And after... Oh, this is a bit loud. 1 second. After all the updates in the past, I don't know, a year or 2 years, the game more and more came back to that original vibe with more single player events, more cars. In the beginning, when the game was just released, the whole car roster was mainly like FIA GT cars, like really race cars. And Gran Turismo is also about the little Suzuki Swift, or the exotic Ferrari, or the Mazda RX-7. So those came in bit by bit in later DLCs. So I do think now I have the correct hardware to capture it in all its glory, and with all the DLCs that came out. I think it's a good moment to continue this playthrough. It was always in the back of my mind, because I simply really dig the Gran Turismo series. I think a lot of us gamers do, especially those of 30 plus years of age. It really was the shit when it came out so many years ago, and it continued to be so. But the later installments less and less, but this really looks to be a good new entry to form. The graphics look amazing, the sound, finally, the engine sounds have improved. So I'm looking forward. Let's get into the minute. Sorry for all the babbling, but I like to do that just for the for the record, and also to talk it out of my system. I will playing with the T500 RS racing wheel. It's already pretty old, but I haven't used it that much, mainly with Gran Turismo, but I haven't played Gran Turismo in a long while. It's on the PS4 Pro, obviously, with 60 frames per second. I will not be using any assists, and the PS4 is set to prioritize quality instead of performance, meaning that the replays will be in 30 FPS, but they will be of a higher fidelity, and that's what I prefer. But I do think that the gameplay itself is 60 FPS, so that's good. But look at these renderings, it's amazing. I mean, the background, the shapes, it's what they called, I guess. Yeah, it's the scapes indeed. They are like, yeah, some kind of simple high definition pictures, photos. But the cars themselves, I think, are rendered from the game engine, and they look pretty damn amazing. Also, cars like this, like the Nissan Fairlady Z, or the Toyota Supra, or the Mazda RX-7, really were like a big miss when this game was first released. They were simply not in the game, which is totally retarded. I mean, Gran Turismo is the Toyota Supras. The Toyota Supra has been made so much more special because of the Gran Turismo series, I think. So it's really nice that they are back in game. Alright, let's stop the babbling. I'm now at the driving school. Afterwards, I actually completed the driving school. Afterwards, the mission challenge I will complete now. Then the circuit experience, and afterwards we will be going into a lot of events. There are really quite a lot. Check it out. Also, this music really is like classical Gran Turismo. I don't think it was in this game at first release. Alright, quite some amateur league, then the professional league. And I'm not really sure whether I will be doing the endurance league, because in, for instance, GT4, I guess, it was really like real time. If you did like a 24 hours Nürburgring race, I think it was actually 24 hours, and that's a bit too much for me. Probably you can speed up time, but I will have to see how long those races are, whether or not I will compete in them. Anyhow, driving school, I will show you. They are, I keep the recordings, but they are like a worse quality. They were, I captured them in the first 7 episodes, which are now all the way at the back of the Gran Turismo playlist. I'm really starting this high quality recordings from number 1. So these are what were the initial 7 episodes are now the last 7 episodes in the playlist. Anyways, should you want to check out the driving school, I have to refer to those. I'm not gonna drive them all over again. And we are now at Mission Challenge. No idea what it was all about anymore. It really has been a long time. Alright, apparently I did do quite a lot. Stage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and half of 6. Or a bit more. Let's continue with Mission Challenge 6 in Stage 6 with the Nissan VGT Ground Combat Fighter. Holy shit. Vision GT. Try to finish with bronze or better results. Alright, I will conquer the ultra high speed battle between near future next generation GT concept. I will always also be checking out the introductory vids. It's a deep playthrough, so as thorough as possible. And often they give nice little tips. Most of them are already like really open doors, but still. And it's also good to get into the vibe. So here goes.
Challenge an ultra-high-speed battle at night in the aggressively styled Nissan Concept 2020 VGT. When braking for a corner from over 300 km an hour, watch out to not go into the corner too fast. You must also be wary of your opponents chasing you from behind.
Right, let's watch the braking points. Man, I lost that braking point, but it was at the 200 meter mark or something. Back to seconds. On the throttle. And straight ahead. This is quite a tricky circuit, I guess, because there are some corners you think you can whiz past by, but they are actually sharper than it seems. For instance, these. Really easy to hit the wall. So there were 2 4th gear sections, 1 5th gear, again a 4th, 5th. And flat out. Back to fourth again. Flat out. And back to third. Holy shit, it's a pretty long circuit. Man, I do hope I will not screw this up too often, because that will be boring to watch. Going 330, pretty quick. I think there's a LaFerrari in front. Two actually. Oh no, I think it's a Ford GT and a LaFerrari. If I'm not mistaken. Or it could be a Vision GT car actually. Yes, it are VGT cars. They're probably all the same ones. Same brand and type. Same make and model. Fourth. God damn it, this is I think a pretty hard race, but it's mostly the corners that are not flat out are mostly like fourth gear, except for this one. And it's actually 3 laps. Alright, let's pay attention. Fourth. And getting out quick on the throttle into this left one. A bit lifting off. Yeah, I don't think there will be any more tips or tricks by the commentator. And watching another whole lap is maybe a bit too much, so let's stop the video. Hello, how can I stop the video? Simply not possible. Weird. Ah. On the T500 it's not possible. I need to use the controller. Alright. I have 11 minutes to complete this challenge. First time in a long time I'm touching the pedals of the steering wheel. Here we go. God damn it, I already saw that video. It automatically redirects to the video once you hit the green start check mark. Hello, what is it loading now? Yes, I already just saw it, peoples. See you later. Come on, alright. Let's see if all the assists are off. Manual, racing, traction, I will keep that on. Assist, preset, selection, custom, off, low fuel on, active off, counter steering off, ABS defaults, detailed settings, high driver names, view. Can I do that here? Video settings, exposure, saturation, peakness. Yeah, I guess that's all fine. It looks fine to me. Could even put the HDR higher. Do I see a lot of difference? Not really. Not sure whether it changes real time. I will check that later. The only thing, how do you put the HUD back on? That is what I was actually curious about. Not that I want to put it on. Show race info. Display all race info. Yeah, that's probably the HUD. Alright, here we go. I assume I don't have to use the clutch in this car. Alright, here we go. I feel I'm gonna fail, but that's of course not the correct mindset. Actually getting cars, so it's good. No idea which position I'm in. I think actually pretty good. Looks to be like third. Here we come. Here, this is what I mean with easily hitting the wall. Luckily there's no penalty. Just also checking their brake lights. Which will of course be harder once I'm on the front, at the front. Here we go. Come on, car. You can do this. Cool sound. Bit of slipstreaming. See you later, Roso. No idea which bend is coming up. I do know I'm hitting 337. So I think it's a good moment to hit the brakes over here. Oh. God damn it. I have to hit the brakes a bit earlier. We still have 2 laps to go. So I can make up for these stupid beginner mistakes. Here we go. Oh, ooh man. If I would have spun, it would have been over, I guess. Holy shit. Slick move by accident. Here we come. See you later. Alright, now straight ahead, let's do this. Man, I'm glad to be back in a GT game. Spent so many hours in the past games. And this one really has the old fight back to it, finally. Although I don't really like the Vision GT cars, but yeah, that's personal. Find it a bit too science fiction-y. Holy shit, you can actually spin out. It was previously in GT pretty hard. Taking it a bit easy. There also seems to be some rubber banding going on. And now they are gaining. Actually, it really has like this cool Need for Speed Underground vibe almost. God damn it. Where are they? No idea what the look behind button is. I'm not gonna test it now. Or maybe it's this one. No. Nice fireworks. Don't screw up now. Yes! Woohoo! It was actually super easy, this race. Alright, I do have to, I think, cap the recordings at 25 minutes, maybe even a bit shorter, because uploading 4K 60 FPS HDR footage, really YouTube often simply refuses to process them if they're too long. I have like even some 100 episodes of Red Dead Redemption still on my hard drive because they were too long. I didn't do it at the time. YouTube simply, it takes forever to upload. You have to retry over and over again. Very annoying. Right, we did get some cash, which is good. Let's watch a small piece of the replay. Also a big part of Gran Turismo for me. And afterwards continue the next event in the next episode. So let's check out the graphics a bit. God damn it, it looks sharp and nice. I actually also pretty much like this Vision GT car. It's not like that alien, like most of the others are. Looks a bit like a GT40. Who had a baby with a Nissan GTR. Or maybe it's not a GT40, just a 4GT, the last one. I don't think it has 40 in its name. Yes, looks pretty amazing. Damn, Kashinori Yonagachi, he sure still knows how to create realistic environments. Right, I think this will be more or less a bit the same. And I have 38 seconds left on the till the 25-minute marker, or at least approximately. I didn't set the timer exactly at the start, but anyways, hope you enjoyed this first event. There will be quite some coming up, and hope to see you in the next episode, and that you yourself will also always keep on gaming. See you later.